So this lady, I was about to pay, and she had these
very colorful
long,
nails.
colorful, decorated nails, and it's like she wanted me to say something
Yeah,
about
she
her
definitely
nails.
wanted to make a statement with them.
So I said, "Girl, your nails look good." And she was like, "Oh, well, my nails have a meaning." And I'm like, "They do?" And she's like, "Yeah, I want to support
Domestic violence abuse.
awareness month." And I'm like, "Whoa, you really care about people." Yeah, we went to the website.
Yeah, we showed the website.
And the featured article for that month was literally about domestic abuse. And she got to see some Bible principles, and she took that with her, and we had a good conversation.
I felt so sorry for the woman here, because very rarely do women get to speak. Let's just be honest about this. In the Jehovah's Witness religion, your opportunities to share your opinion and speak are limited compared to men. Men get to give talks. Men get to stand on the platform and mouth off about their opinions. Whereas women, the only way they're getting on the platform, as I've said before, is if they're cleaning the damn thing, or if they're being directed to give a presentation or an experience by a man. And finally, this poor woman gets to relate her experience on camera, and her husband is just cutting in all the time. So that was, for me, a bit distracting and awkward to watch. But I also just couldn't help but note the hypocrisy of them bringing up domestic violence. So they are talking again about this new approach that Jehovah's Witnesses are supposed to take of relying less on scripted presentations and just basically seeing where the conversation goes. And in this case, the woman notices this thing with the nails and that it's tied to awareness of domestic violence, and points to something on the jw.org website about domestic violence. And of course, what's being completely overlooked here is that Jehovah's Witnesses foster a policy whereby women are, and men, are more likely to be victims of domestic violence. Because in the Jehovah's Witness religion, the only way you can get a divorce is if there is some form of adultery. Even physical violence is not a sufficient reason for divorce, which leads to many abused men and women staying in violent relationships for years, and their only way out, their only way to basically not be physically assaulted, is to get a separation, which means that they're not actually allowed to remarry and move on with their lives. And yet here in the annual meeting, they have the gall to insinuate that Jehovah's Witnesses are ahead of the game when it comes to domestic violence.